Have you ever wondered what lies beneath the surface of the history you think you know? Today, we're peeling back the layers of America's past, revealing the unseen beginnings that have shaped the nation we see today. Our journey begins with the Native Americans, the original inhabitants of this land. Their story is one of forced removal, their lives uprooted to make way for new settlers. Next, we delve into the pivotal role of slavery in shaping the nation's economy. It's a grim tale of human suffering and exploitation, a cornerstone of America's early prosperity. And let's not forget about the revered figures we've come to associate with discovery and adventure. Christopher Columbus, for instance, wasn't just an explorer. His true nature was far more complex and less heroic than most textbooks would have you believe. Now that we've scratched the surface, let's dig deeper into the darker sides of American history. You've heard of the land of the free, but what about the land of the oppressed and exploited? Let's delve into the contradictions that mar the United States' ideals of freedom and equality. A nation built on the principle that all men are created equal, yet its history is steeped in the shackles of slavery. Can we ignore the fact that many of the founding fathers, those heralded as champions of liberty, themselves owned slaves? Let's not forget the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II. In the midst of a global conflict, the land of the free incarcerated its own citizens, solely based on their ancestry. A bitter pill to swallow, isn't it? And what about the systemic racism that's been deeply entrenched in the societal fabric? The segregation laws that divided people based on color, the racial profiling, the police brutality, these aren't just relics of the past. The echoes of these injustices still resonate today, shaping the experiences of countless individuals. These controversial facts may shock you. They might even make you uncomfortable, but they are integral parts of the narrative we cannot afford to overlook. They underscore the paradox of a nation that prides itself on freedom yet grapples with its oppressive past. History isn't always as it seems, and the United States' past is no exception. History is often written by the winners, but what about those who didn't get to write their own stories? We dive into the depths of American history, unearthing the overlooked narratives of marginalized groups. Their struggles and contributions, though often brushed under the carpet, form the bedrock of the nation we see today. Let's consider the women who fought tirelessly for their rights. Their story isn't just about the right to vote, but also about their fight against coverture laws that treated them as property, not people. Then there are the people of color who, despite the chains of slavery and the persistent plague of racism, have contributed immensely to American culture, science, and society. LGBTQ+ individuals too have a history that is often swept under the rug. From the Stonewall riots to the Lavender Scare, their fight for acceptance and equality has been a long and arduous one, but one that has led to significant progress. But history isn't always about progress. It's also about acknowledging the uncomfortable truths. The forced sterilization of Native American women in the 1970s, sanctioned by the US government, is a chilling reminder of how those in power can abuse it. These unheard voices form a vital piece of the American historical puzzle, one that is often ignored or forgotten. As we continue our journey through lesser-known American history, let's not forget these stories that challenge, inspire, and remind us of the power of resilience. As we've seen, the American past is riddled with controversy and hidden truths. The United States, this grand nation, has a tapestry of history that's far more intricate and startling than we've been led to believe. Our journey through unseen beginnings, hidden faces of freedom, and unheard voices has revealed a series of shocking facts. The founding fathers, revered as champions of liberty, owned slaves. The land of the free was built on the back of forced labor and Native American displacement. The iconic Roaring Twenties, often celebrated as an era of prosperity, hid a grim underbelly of poverty and racial tension. The civil rights movement of the 60s, while marking a significant shift, was not the end of racial inequality. These are but a few stark revelations that challenge the conventional narrative. The next time you think about American history, remember, there's always more to the story than meets the eye.